Hi, I'm Grace here with Maestro Wilson, and we are talking about our concert on November 17th and November 18th. We are playing Ethel Smyth's Serenade in D Major, Beethoven's Triple Concerto, and Tangents by George Walker. Can you tell us a little bit about the program and why you chose the pieces you did?
Well, I put it all under the title of Tangents. Obviously, Walker's piece is titled that way, but you can sort of feel the sort of tangential nature of it. And the second theme, he actually very mysteriously says it's based on a pop tune, but he doesn't say which one.
Interesting.
I think it might be April in Paris, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if anybody solved it, and he just passed away very, very recently, so this is very timely. George Walker is the first living African-American composer to win the Pulitzer Prize in music. And he has connections here to Colorado, and so I'm just disappointed we didn't get to this while he was still here, but it's a great way to honor his memory. And then, of course, Ethel Smyth's Serenade. What do you think about this? It's not easy, right?
It's not easy, but as a violist, I appreciate having all of these big moments because we don't usually get to have those. We're always supporting people, and now we actually have these times where you were telling us to bring out certain sections or certain phrases. I think that's really
She uses the orchestra really well. Right. Everybody gets something interesting, which I really like. And this is another in a series of composers that we've been highlighting whose music I think is underplayed. Right. And so Ethel Smyth, she studied in Europe. You can hear the influence. I think this particular piece, you can hear lots and lots of the influence of Brahms, maybe a little Schumann, lots of Tchaikovsky, especially the third movement. And it's just magical writing, and the idea that this somehow didn't get played, didn't become a thing, just drives me crazy. Where has this music been? So that's what we hope we leave our audience with for this. But she's amazing. She's an incredible.
And I heard that she was in the women's suffrage movement as well, which is excellent. I think that's so important today to highlight those kind of pieces and those kind of composers, people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then of course the other tangent is Beethoven's Triple Concerto. And that is tangential, for sure. So the concerto grosso, or concerto with more than one soloist, was pretty common in the Baroque. It was actually very, very common in the Baroque. But it sort of disappeared for the most part in the classical era, and especially when we start getting into that early Romantic era as well. It has mostly just disappeared. And so for Beethoven, this really is a tangent. And the interesting thing is, for fans of Beethoven, a lot of them, you know, they like list all the other concertos, the 5 piano concerti and the violin concerto. And they go, oh, and down here is the Triple Concerto. And I disagree. It's different because in a Romantic concerto, the model sort of became that the soloist was the hero.
Right.
But how do you make 3 people the hero of a piece? Okay. So you have to write it differently. You have to, you know, Beethoven can't be like the typical Beethoven. But this is Beethoven at the height of his powers. It's a great piece. And I know some people don't agree, but and it's so rarely played.
It's magnificent.
Yeah, what a great opportunity to play this and for people to hear it. I don't think it's been played in the Springs for at least 10, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
It's been way too long.
And we have Susan Grace on piano.
Right, Susan Grace on piano, joining us, the great leader of the Colorado College music program and summer program. So we're so glad to have Susan back. And then we have Jacob Cluck, our concert master on violin, Gerald Miller, our principal cellist on cello, and they are quite a team. So it's really exciting, and it's a little tough. You know, it's a lot going on. There's a lot of it's a different dialogue as well. So even the soloists, like, they don't ever like really get to be like totally on their own and totally free.
The theme is always passing in between.
It's always it's not like the soloist just doing their thing and being the hero. It's like, okay, I got to work with these other people here, and I've got to be a team player, and so it really takes some great musicianship. So I think we got the right people.
Okay.
And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, but I think for the orchestra as well, it's a bit of a challenge, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's there's a lot of stuff. There are a lot of notes, a lot of listening and watching.
Mhm.
Yeah, that needs to happen. So
Yeah, this is not an easy piece for anybody, but it is a very rewarding piece. So I hope you'll all come out and join us.
wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. November 17th and November 18th.